Hi guys, it's Dr. Heyer, and it's day one of the 50-day challenge. And today is weigh-in day and measurement day for me. So I have really no way to lie on anything because I've got two witnesses who are going to weigh me and measure me and write it on the board. So let's make sure this is calibrated. Doesn't look like it's on 0, 100%. Here we go. Alright, it is perfectly on 0. Will you attest to that?
Yes.
Alright, so I'm going to step on the scale here. Good God, this is going to be scary. Where are we at?
Looks like 232.
How about 223 and a half?
232.
Oh, is it?
Yep, 232. Because that's 30 right there.
That's 230?
Yep.
Oh, wow, I can't even squeeze out a few 10 pounds right there. So 232, and we had a little tape measure somewhere.
Right here.
Alright. Not taking my shirt off for the camera, so I'm not having any of that. So let's see, where's my belly button? So, what do we have there?
We've got 41 and a half inches.
41 and a half inches. So we're going to write that on the board. Okay. So today is October 7th. I'm at 232 and 41 and a half inches. So for those of you participating, this is our 3-step detox booklet. This is what we're going to be following for the next 50 days. And to start with, what I want you to do is I want you to read through the material carefully. I want you to understand that this is a detox program, so you might not feel necessarily overnight, you might not necessarily notice an overnight change. In fact, before you get going, you may actually notice that you feel a little flu-like, because when you detoxify, a lot of times these chemicals that have been stored in the tissues and the joints and the muscles and the fat cells have been stuck in there for a while and they get loosened up. And the analogy that I like to use is what happens if you do spring cleaning? You know, over the year, over the few years, you kind of stuff things in the closet, under the bed, behind the door. You just kind of put stuff everywhere, hidden out of sight in case company comes over, but it's not really clean and organized. So when you do your spring cleaning, you pull things out of the shelves of the closet, from behind the door, from under the bed, and at first glance it might look like it's in disarray until you have a chance to organize and throw junk out and rearrange and then put things back, and then you have a nice, neat, orderly house. Same thing with the body. Fat cells are storage cells, kind of like the pods that you see people putting furniture and bikes in. They put them in the garage or on the driveway, and then they put things in and then they take them off someplace to a storage unit. Well, that's a fat cell. And the body doesn't like toxins floating in the body, which is why it develops fat cells and surrounds those toxins, and they kind of store them in there like a pot. And one of the problems with going on crash diets or people who lose weight quickly exercising and then they feel like crud is because they've released all of those toxins from the storage cells, the pods, without improving their body's ability to eliminate. So instead of having things put neatly away in a fat cell, you're releasing all these toxins and getting into the circulation, and you might feel a little flu-like, you might feel a little achy until the body can start to get rid of those. So step 1 of the 3-step is to reduce inflammation, and we're going to do that 2 ways. 1, through the supplementation. 2, through the diet, which I prefer to call our menu. Okay, so the first 2 supplements in step 1 are Intenzyme Forte and Kappa Rest, and those are designed to help reduce any inflammation that may be present in the body. Now, the menu, I prefer menu. I don't prefer to use the word diet because diets are typically things you do for 2 weeks and then go back to your old ways. What we really want to focus on is lifestyle modification. By the time you're done with this protocol, your habits should have changed drastically. By the time you're done, you should have an idea of what you should do every day from here on. Most diets, you do them for a week or 2, and then they let you go back to your old ways, which got you into the problem in the first place. So you'll notice that there's a menu spelled out for you for the first 10 days. And typically the foods that we're trying to eliminate are anything man-made or processed. We're going to be eliminating gluten-containing foods. We're going to be removing any alcohol or foods or beverages that have caffeine in it. We're going to be removing things like pork and cold cuts and hot dogs and brats and things like that. There's a lot of preservatives in there. Pork is not really a healthy meat, very high in arachidonic acid. We're going to be removing things like corn and tomatoes and all dairy. Why dairy? How else am I going to get calcium? Well, you get calcium from other sources like broccoli and spinach and healthy green vegetables. Why are we removing dairy? Because it's one of the most common food allergens that plague our society. This whole protocol is designed to remove 8 of the most common food allergens that cause people problems. Dairy is one of them because, well, we've got milk and well, if you eat steaks, our cows are fed estrogens, growth hormones, antibiotics, all sorts of different chemicals, and those get carried over to us. So we definitely want to remove the dairy. We also want to remove foods high in fat and oils, no margarines, no shortenings, and things like that. Minimize and get rid of any foods that are hydrogenated or fried or anything like that. And of course, any foods that might not be on the list that you know you're already allergic to, just get them out of your diet. And we're not going to get into step 2 and step 3 just yet, but that's just kind of a brief overview of step 1. It's real simple. You get to eat lots of lean protein and lean veggies and fruits, which there's an old saying in the nutritional world, if God made it, you can eat it. If man made it, spit it out, because it's probably not good for you. Okay? So this is just one video of several to follow. We'll be checking in with you in a few days and see how you're progressing along. Thank you.